5 minutes left in the half, and that's knocked in the air and picked off by Darian Connor.
Ran him down.
Bro, look how fast he is. Look how fast he is, bro.
Troy
Jesus.
Then went to the sideline like, just give me some oxygen. I'm good.
Yeah, just give me the mask, bro.
Yeah.
With a bit of a heavy heart, and that is going to cover the recent passing of former Dallas Cowboy Larry Allen. Me personally, I can say he was definitely one of my all-time favorite NFL idols. The fact that he played offensive line like me, he made offensive line seem cool to me, man. Like, you know, when you're younger, you got the X on your helmet. Like, you don't really get to do all the cool stuff, like throwing, catching, running with the football, stuff like that. You just got to stand there and block. He made that look fun. He made it look cool.
Yeah.
He was a mauler, man, but everybody that's spoken about him kind of speaks of him as a teddy bear. Like, he was generous. He was a man of very little words, but he was super generous. He was a family man. You know, Emmett in his video kind of said, "Hey, Larry didn't join all the outside, you know, events that we did and stuff like that. That just wasn't him.
He wasn't part of the White House?
Hell no, he wasn't.
No.
But you know, you think of some of the crazy things you saw that guy do. I remember him getting hit with the hump move by Reggie White, and Reggie threw his ass, bro.
Yep.
With one arm, and he was like, "I'm gonna learn from that." And Larry didn't get beat too often. Larry, he was shooting up 650 on the bench.
I think it was 695.
Had speed.
Mm-hmm.
And he just, bro, John Madden, I remember watching the Cowboys play and John Madden circling his ass and just being like, "Look at Larry on this," you know.
All the time.
And
All
Larry
the
was
time.
just doing
Yeah.
some crazy stuff. Like, dude, that guy was just cool, man. But he did pass away in Mexico at the age of 52.
Mm-hmm.
Young.
Yeah, I didn't realize how young he was. Yeah.
And like I said, for me, he definitely will be sorely missed. T, I'm gonna start with you, brother. Like, when you saw the news, what was your initial reaction, and what's something you remember about Larry Allen?
I couldn't believe it, bro. Like, I grew up, my mom talked about Larry Allen like the best offensive lineman ever. I mean, we've had some guys come in since then, but I think for the most part, he's universally regarded as the best offensive lineman of all time. So I was shocked, honestly. And then when I saw the age and he was 52, like, that's young, bro. That's super young, especially in today's time. But the majority of like my memories of Larry, bro, he's mauling people like he's a dog. So when I see it, I'm like, damn, man, if we had somebody like that right now, like we you know, we'd be in a much better spot. But it was sad, man. It was I don't want to say demoralizing, but like, it was a little demoralizing to hear about somebody that's great like that dying that young, though the cause of death has yet to be determined. I'm sure he's gonna be missed around the NFL, outside of the NFL, because I heard he was involved in the community. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see what the Cowboys do for him, to kind of honor his memory. And just to see that side of the current team and how they're gonna put him up on a pedestal in a sense.
Is Larry in the Ring of Honor?
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
He is.
he is.
Should we
Yeah, he
retire
is.
the 73?
I believe we
I
should.
think we should. I think we should.
I think that would be a great tribute to him. Yeah.
Man, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, bro, like arguably he was your best offensive lineman on of a Dallas Cowboy ever. So
Boy, when he put
why
them
wouldn't
paws on you, it was raps.
it was over.
Oh, it was
over.
raps for sure.
It was over.
For sure.
I mean,
And like
you know
said, bro, hold on, bro. I just want to get this out. Like one of y'all said, for him to be that big and be that athletic, bro.
He was a freak. Go ahead, Jay.
He was 6'3", 325 when he played. He reminds me of Trent, Big Trent, in San Francisco. And I think without Larry, there probably would be no Trent, because they play kind of similar ball, that bully ball. I think Trent has his number right now when he played for San Francisco. That's how you know when you're great. Back in the day, it seemed like San Francisco and the Cowboys would just trade players. Like they would, when one person's contract was up, we got Dion. When Ken Norton's contract was up, he went to San Francisco. Ken Norton Jr., excuse me. When, that's how you know you're a great football player, when those teams would battle to get you. Those two teams would battle to get you. He's gonna be missed for sure, bro. I'm looking at pictures of him right now, and it's just it's crazy how just how big he was when he played. That's him in playing shape right there.
He looks bigger than 320, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Oh,
just leave the the weight.
Yeah.
Whatever it was when you came out of college, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever he was over 300. But that right there with muscle and can move, that's crazy.
Bro, who was it that he didn't Troy Aikman throw an interception and he chased somebody down?
I think it was a linebacker for the Saints.
Man, bro, that play right there. You just don't see that from old linemen anymore.
Hell nah.
Especially running at the speed he was running.
And it wasn't like, it was just like, first play of the game when he still got some stamina in him. It's, you in the game.
Bro, it's like I always say, the most athletic person on a football team is an offensive lineman. It's not the running back. It ain't the wide receiver. It's the offensive lineman, bro. Every play, they have to be hands-on in the dirt, getting dirty.
Oh, yeah.
And he was one of them that was a dog, bro. He was a dog. Like Dion be saying, he's a dog.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, for me, I've always been, as you guys know, I've always shouted out the defense when it comes to defense, because when we're talking about football, since I played defense, that was one of my things that I always leaned towards. But because luckily I played against the guy that's on this podcast, that was a great offensive lineman. I also kept my eye on a lot of great offensive linemen, and Larry Allen has to be, if not the number one, close to the number one, in my opinion, as far as offensive lineman goes. You're talking about a guy that was considered the NFL's strongest man at one point, benching over 700 pounds, to where he had to be tested almost. I want to say they were talking about weekly, because of how much he benched to make sure that he wasn't, doing anything shady, basically. And a lot of times, it was surprising to a lot of folks that whenever he was still playing, they would only have to test him on the bench one time to make sure that he was still in playing shape, that he was still good to go. You're talking about a guy that made 11 Pro Bowls, averaged only 3.2 sacks allowed per season, had only 13 holding penalties in 207 starts. You are talking about a phenomenal offensive lineman, top tier, cream of the crop person when it comes to offensive linemen. There have been talks from greats like John Randall. I'm pretty sure if Reggie White was still around, he would tell you the same thing. He had to go against Bruce Smith, you know, guys that used to fight in the trenches. And I'm talking about greats, Hall of Famers that used to play against this man and would cower at this man's presence. This guy was a phenom when it comes to offensive line. So he is going to be a guy that is greatly missed. I know that in his Hall of Fame speech, he made he made a funny comment as far as talking about the whole, at one point he was considered the strongest NFL player in the NFL and that they had to test him constantly. But I mean, that guy is a legend without being said, without any other words being said, without him being in the Ring of Honor, without him going to the Hall of Fame, all that stuff. That guy was amazing when it comes to offensive line. And I've never taken the time to tip my hat to offensive player, but that guy right there, he deserves every single tip of the hat, bow of the knee, whatever you want to call it. That guy was a king when it came to offensive lineman play, and will always remain at the top pinnacle when it comes to comparing other offensive linemen to him, just because of the way that he played, the intensity that he played with, the ferocity, everything about that guy. If you want a model of Larry Allen to be part of your offensive line, that's what you want. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a guy that's able to pull, that's able to make blocks on the blind side, that's able to protect your quarterback, that's able to open up holes the size of where you could fit a damn near a Chevy truck through. That's the guy that you want to run behind, because that guy right there, if it wasn't for that guy, we wouldn't have an all-time leading rusher in Emmitt Smith. We wouldn't have, a Pro Bowler and Troy Aikman and being protected the way that he was protected. So for me, Larry Allen was a huge part of the Dallas Cowboys success in the early 90s when we had the 3 Super
Absolutely.
Bowls that we won. So I can't say enough about that guy. That guy was beyond awesome. Beyond awesome.
I agree, man. And if to me, like if you're looking to start an offensive line fantasy team, right? You gotta
Easy.
go Larry Allen one.
Easy.
I would have loved to have seen something like a Larry Allen versus Aaron Donald type matchup.
Oh.
I think that would have been, in sports, you talk about dream matchups and stuff like that. I think that would have been a dream matchup for sure. Jay, did you get my message, brother? Probably not.
Did not.
Alrighty.
My bad.
So
my phone was not in front of me.
that's
I apologize.
All right. I sent you a video if you want to play that real quick.
Under 5 minutes left in the half, and that's not in the air and picked off by Darian Connor.
Ran him down.
Bro, look how fast he is. Look how fast he is,
outrunning
bro.
Troy Aikman.
Jesus.
I can't believe that.
Then went to the sideline like, just give me spots and I'm good.
Yeah, just give me the mask, bro.
Yeah.
Wayne Martin batted it. We think Darian Connor with the pick, and Allen saves the touchdown. I can't get over that.
Wow.
Down a very speedy linebacker. A little bit of
Very
an
switcher.
angle, but
You didn't do shit. That was Jerry's. That was Jerry's team. Let's just call it
Jimmy's
what it is.
team.
Jimmy, I'm sorry.
All right, there's the bat by Martin. Right into Allen is
Look at Larry over here on the left. He's
Look
like,
at Larry.
I got your ass.
Look at Larry. He outrunning
Look at
fucking
Michael
Irvin,
Irvin, bro. Michael Irvin loafing ass.
Michael
Michael Irvin would have got an earful in high school from the head coach. Mr.
Stinking
Stinking,
ass loafing.
loafing ass. Mike,
Go sit down.
that's your ball, Mike. What are you doing?
Go sit down somewhere.
That go to show you right there, bro. He all time great.
He wanted that smoke, bro. He wanted that smoke.
Always.
Larry Allen, brother, man, you will definitely be remembered. You will be missed.
Yes.
And we
Greatly.
do hope that everybody that watches this, you know, after we release it, we hope this video did a good job of honoring the memory of Larry Allen, because he was definitely a great one, and he deserves nothing but the best, man. So prayers to Larry Allen's family. I know y'all going through it, but we thank you for sharing him with us all those years ago.